Hi, welcome to more previews of the nation's favourite shows. There's big news at the Brannings when Max takes an anxious Tanya for her MRI scan. Later, she prepares for the worst by making memory boxes. But she needn't have bothered, she's given the all clear. Derek organises a family celebration and Tanya takes an axe to the sofa, symbol of her suffering. There's no joy at the Mitchell residence, however, when Phil reveals to Shirley he's going to plead guilty to the lesser charge of manslaughter. Shirley forces her way into Ian's to talk to Ben, who gleefully reveals he lied about Phil to put him away. Ian warns him he could end up back in prison, but Ben says, like father, like son. Ian takes him to see Phil, but he exits when he sees he's been beaten up. Despite his natural contempt for the Mitchells, Ian tries to persuade Ben to reveal the truth, but he can't get through to him. So will Ian do it for him? When Andrew fears Rose is about to blab his past to Heather, he tells her himself that he did 18 months inside for GBH. Heather's shocked, and when Shirley works on her to call it off, Heather starts to have big doubts, even despite Dot lavishing her with a dress and cash. Next, we're on the cobbles. Carla's in it up to her neck after her prints are found all over the whiskey bottle. She explains she took the bottle from Peter and left it at the factory after confronting Frank, but the factory contract is also missing. Carla's eventually released on bail and Michelle is quick to prove she's her guardian angel when she tells her the contract is safe. Carla burns it, but Peter catches her. She tearfully reveals she's convinced she's going to prison, but Peter emphatically tells her he won't let it happen. Kevin is also in the frame when police find that he deliberately left the brakes on Frank's car faulty, so he's hugely relieved when Peter suddenly confesses. Leanne finds out that Peter crashed at an AA friend's house on the night of his bender and realises he lied to save Carla at the expense of Simon. Still, she tells the police Peter's alibi, which leaves Kevin, Sally, Carla and Michelle as the prime suspects. Audrey is sad that Lewis is leaving and, at Rita's urging, goes after him. Not only does she change his mind, but they have a bit of fun while they're at it. He's determined to prove himself to her, starting with getting his job back. And Kylie is the anti-Jamie Oliver when she gives Max and Amy junk food and is reprimanded by Brian. So she decides to take chip orders from all the kids, and when Brian confronts her, he ends up wearing most of it. Finally, we're in the Dales. Holly Barton is beyond stressed when she rows with Moira in mourning and the strung-out addict dials her dealer. She's freaked when Moira tells the children she wants to scatter John's ashes by the river and caves in and heads to the barn to shoot up. But Alex catches her and pours the drugs on the ground. You'd think that was the end of that, but Kane later finds her unconscious outside the garage. She retrieved the heroin and took it. He drags her into his car despite the agony of his leg, gets her to hospital just in time and much to the relief of a grateful Moira. Paddy's proposal plan goes wrong when Turner insists on joining him and Rona at lunch. Then Marlon lifts Leo up to reveal the proposal t-shirt. Paddy follows a shocked Rona into the toilet and assures her marriage won't ruin anything, then gets down on one knee and she says yes. Ashley is pressing Sandy to go into a care home, especially after little Arthur chokes on plastic from Sandy's model boat. But his sullenness becomes bullying when he refuses to help Sandy keep in contact with his friends.